I'm Rebecca Brand, and today we're making chicken piccata over pasta in the most creamy of sauces, topped with capers. The ingredients for this dish are chicken, flour, bouillon granules, butter, heavy cream, lemons, pasta, I'm using fettuccine today, and 1 cup of grated Parmesan cheese, capers, olive oil, salt and pepper, and parsley. To get to the finish line fast, you gotta get that pot of water boiling. It'll take about 20 minutes. I cheated. I'm using some olive oil. Water, that's about 1 tablespoon. Let's add about 1 tablespoon again of salt, because I like my pasta slightly seasoned for this dish. On goes the top. I need to melt the butter, so put half a stick of butter, 1/4 cup in a frying pan, and turn it on low so it melts. Since it's on low, it's going to melt without burning, which is what I want. So very carefully slice your chicken breasts in half. I buy chicken at $1.99 a pound, and I freeze it in my freezer. It happens about once a month at the bigger grocery store chains. It's best to use a sharp knife for this, but boy, you got to watch what you're doing so you don't cut yourself. I like the piccata in really nice serving sizes, so I'll cut this in half again. I've laid them out on the plate so I can salt and pepper each of those pieces. I love this little gizmo. This is really fun. So we dredge our chicken. I love that word because it really does feel like I'm dredging it. In that time, look at that little butter. He's right there. It's almost perfect. I'm going to crank up the heat now to high. Because I want the temperature really hot on this part of the recipe, and this is on high, I'm adding some olive oil. The olive oil is going to bring up the burn temperature, which is very helpful for me at this point of the recipe. So in goes 1 tablespoon of olive oil. Put in 1 layer of chicken. That's got to cook for about 2 to 3 minutes. So we're going to go juice our lemons. To get that extra lemon flavor, which I love in this dish, I am zesting a lemon. When you're zesting, just get the yellow part, do not get that white part. That's the pith, and that pith is bitter. Okay, let's check that chicken. That is the color I'm looking for. Bingo, we've got an instant winner. All right, now that's gonna take about another 1 to 2 minutes. So we need 1/2 cup of lemon juice. This recipe did not call for white wine. I've modified it, because not very many households have that extra bottle of white wine laying around. But my house always had the jar of capers. So you can whip out this recipe in no time flat if you have a couple of lemons, that jar of capers, and some good cream and butter with the chicken. All right, let's take out batch 1 and put batch 2 in that hot frying pan. And there's batch 2. I got these lemons off my tree, so they're a little small. So I needed 3. You would need 1 big one or 2 from your grocery store. If you don't have that squeezer, this is the old-fashioned way. Stick a fork in it. I gotta take out the seeds. So when your water comes to boil, about 1 batch of chicken, stick in your fettuccine. Stir that around. Put the cover back on because you want to keep the heat in. I want a chicken broth base, so I am using bouillon cube in this because it's very inexpensive and I always have it on hand. The quantity is always 1 teaspoon per 1 cup of water. Because I want this really creamy, I'm having 2 cups of chicken bouillon in this recipe. That's going to make the base. It's still on high, by the way. I'm going to add the 2nd batch of chicken. So turn the heat back up because we're going to add our final ingredients, which is our butter, our 1/2 cup lemon juice, and 1 cup of heavy cream. And now I add the mini capers. And there's many of those minis. The pasta is going to take 9 minutes to cook. And that's for al dente, but you might want to have 11 minutes for a softer pasta. You got to drain your pasta. My trick to keep that pasta hot is to put it back in the pot until I'm ready to serve. And you're going to want to have about 1/4 cup of chopped parsley. So put that in, your beautiful saucy chicken piccata. And for the final richness of this dish, you're going to add 1 cup of shaved or grated Parmesan cheese. So add a little parsley, And a little more of that Parmesan cheese. Oh yeah, look at that. That chicken is so tender because it's been simmering on medium low. I like the extra sauce on my pasta, so that's why this recipe has like double the sauce of normal. That's insane. Subscribe to my channel and let's keep making great things in the kitchen.